Hi there, everybody. How are you all doing today? I'm really sorry about the late start. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff came in and culminated to all sorts of different stuff. But I am right now swapping out my... Who's that? It's Mathewin. Mathewin has been subscribed for so many months. And so has Rev. Y'all be crazy. That's right. It's almost the 1st. Oh my god, tomorrow's the 1st. You guys, this is crazy. Y'all be crazy. Y'all are ridiculous. I love you all. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it, you guys. You're awesome. So I'm just putting in my Paper Mario so that I can start up the thing here. Proper. All right. So it's yeah, it's it's been a very, very busy morning for well, the morning. I'm excited. I got a quarantine tank set up for some new fish, so I'm super stoked about that. I can't wait for it to actually happen. I'm hoping sometime next week I'll be able to order some fish, and I'll be able to get that going for my tank. And then I've also got what's it called? I've got some other cool random stuff that's going on of different sorts. But yeah, overall, unfortunately, it was kind of a rough week. So that's a little bit disappointing. But all in all, I feel okay, at least. So that's good. It's just, like, I wish that some stuff had gone better and a little more smoothly and things. End of the month is definitely nice because end of the month, woo, very exciting. It is Donut Saturday, contrary to what my massive pudginess says I should do. I've got, I actually have 2 new ones, well, new-ish ones. So the Boston Cream is that one right there. And then they have a new one, a Rocky Road. So Rocky Road is actually my favorite ice cream. So I'm pretty excited about it. Alright. So this is the Legend of Zelda portion of our game, where we have power, courage, and wisdom. And I need to do something. I don't know exactly what, but we'll see. Did they forget to put a trial in here? I'm worried about hidden blocks. That's why there's more. Woo-wee! That was close. But go me. So this is really reminiscent of the Master Sword Trial in Breath of the Wild, for anybody who's played the DLC. I have not managed to finish it. I'm not good enough, but still, it's awesome. Okay, so press B and A. Oh, I lose time. Woo! It's close. So you did more research and determined that tank is too small. No! Ooh, 20-gallon long. Nice. So yeah, you can go to so Rev, you can go to like Petco, PetSmart, all of those kinds of places, and they'll always have decent takes that you can get. Smash the great nail into the floor. Stand at the top of the nail. Okay. I feel like I need to ground pound, but I'm not able to ground pound. It seems that this is just testing me to see how bad I am at the stupid timed hit things. Hooray, my victory is celebrated! Oh god! The fudge? What was that? Yeah, for sure. Getting some nice driftwood and stuff would be great. That would be awesome. Yeah, so because of all the stuff I had to do with setting up the quarantine tank and everything, I didn't finish up my, I didn't get a chance to do a full workout. Instead, I took some of the concrete blocks from the deck that I destroyed to the dumpster. So I count that as something because those things each weigh like 50 pounds. I'm just saying. You know, it's a fact. Y'all are terrible people. Alright, so first we need water. But yeah, I've got a busy day ahead of me today with all sorts of craziness. So what all do you guys have going on? Anything fun? Anything exciting going on? You guys are not watching out for my health. No, you're not. If you were, then you would tell me to not eat donuts. There's a very, very different story. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, technically. There's 10. $20. $30. Oh God, I don't know. Ouch. Alright. I'm gonna wait on the rest of it because I can't do it. I need to just shut those off because this is not health. It's just random workout stuff. That is not true. But that's why I said it's not about health at this point. If it were really about health, you guys would tell me not to eat a bunch of donuts every Saturday. That is health. This is just random workout. Which is fine, don't get me wrong. But it's not health. It's just making my quads burn. Okay. 12 passengers are riding a bus. If 5 of them get off at their stops, 7 people... I mean, it sounds like basic subtraction, but I'm worried because it seems like it's just a... Dang it! I thought it was... This is just a math problem! Stupid thing. Alright. Here. Let me do my goblet squat. So, unfortunately, I didn't have time to grab my goblet on account of... I was doing a bunch of stuff this morning and working on getting stuff together. But it's okay because I have an adequate replacement. For anybody familiar with it, you will know that it is adequate enough. Alright. So, here. This is now my goblet squat. Alright. There we go. We use Gloomhaven. I'll even do extra since it's not my regular goblet. There we go. Okay. Freaking Gloomhaven. God dang. I didn't do somebody did burpees, I think. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. Chair needs to move out the way if I'm gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7, 2, 8. 1, 2, 10. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay. Whew. It definitely got my heart pumping, so that's good. F that mess. I are smart. I are movie smart. I'm gonna get this. Alright. I feel very wise. Okay. Here we go, you guys. This feels very much like Tedeschi's Castle. And I don't know how I feel about that. The ones that I specifically inserted, well, I think it was 4, because I think there were 4 total that I had to collect. I feel good now that I'm done with all those workout things. Wait! Ah, sweet, sweet hydration. Okay. 6. That is not true. You will be in 4th place. Oh, say some, I don't have anything nice to say. Oh, God. Oh, one of these things? So, I want to see if I can think of something nice. I am excited because I got a raise at work. So that was good. I My other work has been kind of crappy though, because I'm really, really trying my best and nobody really seems to care. My regular job basically said that, oh, don't worry about it. We know that you're not qualified to do this part, but just do your best. So that kind of sucked. And I gave a presentation on something that seemed to go over reasonably well, I guess. So that was okay. And I did finish up the deck destruction this past week. And I did get my quarantine tank set up today so that I'm ready for new fish. So I'm excited about that. So that's fun. And my garden is getting ready to come along. So that's neat. Okay. But yeah, so the raise basically finally came through. It's, okay, so A claims that B is lying. B claims that he is telling the truth. C claims that A is lying. Okay, so basically... Alright, so if A is lying, and A says that B is lying, let me think here. I love puzzles like these, I really do. Yeah, so basically what happened with the raise is that the place where I work finally realized that they need to actually pay their people in order to retain them properly, because otherwise they will leave and go somewhere that actually pays well. So that's really all it was. It was basically bringing me up to almost market value. I'm not quite yet at market value. So, yeah. Okay, so if B is telling the truth, let's do it like this. So B claims to be telling the truth. That means that A is lying, and that means that C is telling the truth. So that can't be correct, because we can't have two things telling the truth. So B is lying. I'm telling the truth. So that means that B is lying. A is lying. So that means that A is the one telling the truth, because basically A is saying that B is not telling the truth, and then C is lying by saying that A is lying. So I think this is it. Let's see. Boosh! Oy. So we don't have a C-suite. Well, we do have some permanent, like, higher-ups, essentially, within the lab folks. And most of them do have PhDs, but that's the problem, is that, most of the higher-ups that work, where I'm at the, like, in the lab area and everything, they have an academic mindset. And in academia, you don't pay. You just don't. You get paid garbage. Until you reach the point where you are so well known in the field and you're so amazing and so awesome that you get paid like $1 bajillion to do whatever it is that you do. and you get all of these things like what's it called? You get things like chairmanships and stuff like that, endowments, all of that kind of thing. That's when academia really starts to pay off. But that's not until you've been in the area for so long that people are just like, yo, yeah, let's do this. Like, we know who you are, and everybody knows who you are, and so here's a bunch of money and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I mean... Yeah, the logic puzzle thing is so much fun. I adore logic puzzles. It is some of my favorite stuff, honestly. I really do love them. Even when I'm, like, brain deprived and can't quite think so well. Because I had a busy morning. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, the whole thing about like the market value thing, it's just ridiculous because again, that's where they kind of started out with was, oh, we can pay people cheaply and all will be well and good and fine. Because we're academics and people in academia are fine with that. And it's like, well, I mean, this isn't too bad, but it would be nice to get, you know, more. So I am very excited about that, but the problem is that I've spent a ridiculous amount of money lately. So honestly, I'm just like straight up ashamed of myself, frankly. I really have been trying to be better about stuff like making sure that I'm keeping up with exercising and all that sort of thing and being healthy and all that. But my biggest issue when it comes to money woes is basically taking on more work than I should. And so that's when it becomes a huge issue, unfortunately. Okay. Your lack of courage shall be revealed. I wonder how fast it's falling. I'm a courageous motherfucker. Oh yeah, unions are great to do all this kind of stuff. I assume this is the same thing, but the arrow's lower. Oh, that's close. Okay. Oh, it's the bottom of it, not the top. I'm sitting here worried when I'm actually doing amazing. Go me. Look at how awesome I am. For anyone curious, this is Boston cream. It's really delicious. Very, very good though. Alright, speed up. Ah! Dang it! I'm just saying the little part of its spikes were below the arrow. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's not my fault that they're unclear about what the bottom of the thing is. I do like these little trials though. They're kind of cute. They're pretty fun. Your dog got very interested in the fish tank? Uh-oh. Let's see how close I can get it. See, I'm going hardcore right now. Aww. See, I would always be scared if I had an animal that was staring at my fish tank. I would just be like, no, that's not food. You stay away. Bad. Those are dandy fish. You stay away. You stay away, other animal. Oh my god, you guys. I found the most amazing fish tank the other day. I was talking to my family, my wife, and everybody else about like how badly I want to upgrade and get a bigger tank. Because it would mean that I could get just so much more stuff. And I could do everything right. I actually have a page on a forum that has essentially followed my progress as I've made my current fish tank, and it's literally called Growing Pains from a First Build. Ah, dang it. Which is to imply that I will have other builds. And so I'm hoping at some point to upgrade. But it's frustrating because I can get a tank that is literally twice the size of what I have. Like gallonage, like twice the volume. That is the exact same length of what I have right now. And it's just depressing. Because I really would love to have a bigger one. Because the problem is, I care about the animals. I want them to have the space that they need to swim around and do their thing and all of that kind of stuff. But unfortunately, it is not currently in the cards. Not only have I spent far too much money recently, but logistically, it is a nightmare to move tanks in and out, especially out. Like in my case, I have an established fish tank, and so getting it out is virtually impossible without either basically selling the entire thing as one giant unit or simply like throwing it away. Like honestly, it can be really difficult to straight give away fish tanks because they are so massive and so unwieldy that like people just don't want them. People just don't bother. And it really sucks. Can't go fishing in the fish tank. Better not go fishing in the fish tank. So it really depends, Rev, as far as what people want. Mostly it depends on the type of the tank that you have. Because, yeah, typically you'll see a lot more... dang it. I've suffered a crushing defeat. Normally you will see typically longer tanks. But the thing is that the width or the depth makes it much easier to... it makes it much easier to clean and all of that kind of stuff, because you can get a lot more sort of what's it called oh my god, what's the word, like layered rock work and stuff like that. So instead of just having something that's up and down or whatever, you can have something that has more depth to it. And so you can have like rocks hidden in, around, and back and all that kind of stuff. And it just creates a very nice layering effect when you have something that's deeper. My problem right now is that my tank has such a small depth that I can barely get behind the rocks on them. And it's not that the rocks are big, it's just that my tank is literally about this wide. It's only about a foot wide. I had to get a special made sump for it because the cabinet is so small, because it's so thin. It's not a standard size for this type of thing. So it's just ridiculous. But yeah, like a lot of times you'll see people who do like cube tanks and stuff like that. Part of it also has to do with light spread, because a lot of the lights that you get when it comes to salt water, because with salt water, then typically you'll be dealing with corals. And so you need the right kind of light at the right time with the right amount of intensity in the right spot and all that kind of stuff. And so having something that's reasonably deep, dang it, that is to say, I'm just going to pay the $3,000 because it's ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, my tank is insanely narrow. It's really, really bad. And that's why it's so small, because most tanks that you see at the size that I have, so my tank is 4 feet. It's 4 feet long. And the thing is that most of the tanks that you see at that length will be a much more solid. It just makes the arrows way higher. It'll be a much more solid, like 80 to 90 gallons, or even 100 or something like that, because they increase the depth. The height of the tank is not so much something that people care about, because whatever, it's height, you know, who cares? If you get good lights, then the lights are able to penetrate down fast enough. There's something that you can get called a par meter, P-A-R, and that measures the actual amount of light that's hitting any particular spot. So you can do that if you really want to within the tank and stuff like that. But yeah, I've for like the last couple of years especially, I've really been wanting to get a new bigger tank. And it's not simply because I want to get more and bigger fish and stuff like that, but it really is more because I simply want to have more space. I want to have more space so that I can physically get behind things and clean properly and all that sort of thing. Like right now, part of the issue I'm having is with algae. I have a massive algae problem that keeps growing. So one of the fish that I'm looking to buy is it's kind of like an algae eater, a suckerfish, that you can get with what's it called, the freshwater tanks. And it eats the algae. It eats what's called hair algae or macroalgae. So there's macro and microalgae. Microalgae is the stuff like the sorry, I had to dance. Macroalgae is this is the algae that you can see. It makes the large colonies and stuff like that, kind of like kelp. Whereas microalgae is like the little phytoplankton and things like that that you're not able to see. So in our particular case, or in my particular case, I'm waiting to get this fish so that I can hopefully eat all of this stupid algae. Because so Rev knows, because Rev got an API test kit as well. API makes test kits for reef tanks as well as freshwater. And the problem is that I have no nitrates. Nitrates are actually not really a bad thing to have in a tank. And the problem is that I have so much algae growth that it's eating up all of my nitrates. So I need to basically stop that. And it's not really bad because you can have really high nitrates, and I actually had that problem a while ago where my nitrates were sky high and essentially killing everything. So that was bad too. But now my nitrates are nothing because all of the nitrates that I've got are being eaten up by these by the algae growths. So it's unfortunate. All right, so I got to go to the tower that's over here because now I got the orbs. Oh, you got some shrimp. Nice. Oh, don't even get me started on vermitid snails. I hate vermitid snails with a passion. And it's my fault, 100%. Absolutely 125% my fault that I have vermitid snails. They are thehighly invasive, highly annoying, and just make everything look really nasty. I've got vermitid snails, and then there's another thing that I've got that I don't remember offhand. I don't remember the name of it. But it's another type of invasive nasty. And the problem is simply that I literally didn't know any better. And I relied on the expertise of the people at the fish store, which they do have expertise, obviously. They do know what they're doing. They are very good. The problem is that I didn't follow everything they said to the letter. And because I didn't follow everything that they said to the letter, I ended up kind of getting screwed up. And so now, ever since, my tank has kind of been behind the 8 ball. And I've been doing my best. I really have been. And there is a particular fish that I'm going to buy. I don't know when I'm going to buy it, but I will buy it hopefully soon. It will be amazing, but the problem is that they are notoriously difficult to keep. They are very hard to keep alive. They are very expensive to get the ones I want. I want to get captive bred because the environmentally caught ones are... It's not sustainable and it's frankly cruel how they're caught. But I really want to get one, and I'm honestly scared because I've done things where I've spent $50 on a fish and it dies. I have spent $12 on a fish and it goes and it kills my $50 fish. There are certain types of fish now that I will refuse to buy. I just will not do it because I know that they are hyper aggressive. The problem is that they are always touted as these are really good for beginners because they're super hardy, they're really nice, they look good, like they're shiny, all of that kind of stuff. And it's true, don't get me wrong, they absolutely are, 100%. That is absolutely the case. The problem is that everything else with them. They are extremely territorial and they will actively attack other fish. And part of the problem is that really expensive fish tend to be very docile. So I have lost some very expensive fish due to some very cheap fish. And it's unbelievably frustrating. And the problem is that some of the cheap fish look really cool. So I'm legitimately sad about it. Incidentally, I'm just trying to go in and find the accessory shops to see if there's anything else I can get. John Reckroach was coming through. I'm down with cherry blossoms. I mean, it's not exactly functional, but it's cute. Aw, dang. That sucks. I can only use 2 of these, I think. That's weak. I like having the cherry blossoms, though. That's kind of good. But yeah. Give me a puffer. Yeah, so puffers can do well with other fish. It just really depends. But yeah, incidentally, for anybody curious, the really nasty fish I'm referring to are called damselfish. Damselfish is actually an entire family of fish, and actually clownfish are part of the damselfish family, but clownfish tend to be very nice. Most damsels, as they're referred to, are jerks and a half. I had one in particular that was called a velvet damsel. Absolutely beautiful. It was a really nice looking deep black color with a blue stripe going across the frontal portion of it, and that's what I said. Honestly, it looked truly beautiful. It really did. The problem is that they are absolutely highly aggressive and jerks and horrible. And that one fish, that one damsel, ended up killing, like single-finnedly, ended up killing probably 4 or 5 fish that I had bought. And the only reason that I realized it is because at one point I finally saw it actively attacking one of my fish. And I was really sad because I was legitimately hoping that I could keep this fish because it looked really cool. But it just it was just really depressing. No, I can't afford it. I'm sad now. I made myself sad. Yeah, puffer fish are awesome. So they, puffer fish are really cute. There's one particular species of puffer fish, a saltwater one, that is that's referred to as a dog-face puffer. That's very popular to get. And the thing about them is that they're actually very smart. You can teach them to do a bunch of different stuff. And like I've seen videos online of people who have taught the dog-faced puffers to like play catch and stuff like that. So what you can do is you can like put a little rubber ball or whatever in the tank, and then the puffer will come over and basically like bop it out, and you can essentially play catch with it. It's super cute. It's so adorable. They do have a doofy grin and it's adorable. Let's learn Spanish. Okay, well first let me destroy some cacti. Or at least try to. That'll work. Blobfish. So I will say, I reject the notion of the blobfish. I really don't like it because the so-called blobfish is actually a deep sea dwelling fish. So pretty much anytime you see a picture of one, it will be in completely the wrong context, effectively, because blobfish are meant to be deep down underwater, under heavy pressure, and all of that kind of thing. So whenever you see them on land, then they do look super derpy and nasty. But that's because they are in completely the wrong environment. And they don't have the proper ballast and pressure involved with them that they need to survive correctly. But yeah. Okay, learn a language. So let's learn Spanish. Let's see, what's a good Spanish word that I know? We will learn, well, collectively, we will learn carne asada. And as a freebie, we will do al pastor. So carne asada is essentially steak. And then al pastor is a style of cooking pork that's absolutely amazing. It's slow roasted pork that involves a lot of really nice spices and, amongst other things, pineapple. Sounds weird, but it's absolutely delicious. Trust me. So amazing. Love myself a pastor burrito. By far, it is my favorite Latin American preparation of food that I've tasted. And, I mean, granted, I have tasted very little of them, so please don't chastise me. But, yeah, it is just incredible. Absolutely amazing. Well, yes, carne asada is grilled meat. Carne is just meat, essentially. Hello, nice to see you all again. Oh, there's statues. I knew that. Liar, she didn't know. Conquistador means land expansion. Conquistador, it means this land was your land, now this land is my land. So go away because I live here now and you're not allowed here. It's only me now. This is an interesting pattern. I should probably wait for the one directly in front of me. Oh no! Huh. Okay. Okay. I'm close. I know I'm close on this. But either way, there you go. There's your Spanish de jour. Dang it. But it is true. I would not mind some tacos and or a burrito because they are delicious. Okay. Ah! I got it. The ones with the little wavy things don't actually go all the way back. That's the shtick. So like this one doesn't go all the way back. So I can wait for it. And then I can go over here. Wait for this one. Go over there. Uh-oh. Go over here. And then hop on this one. And then I can wait for this one to come out. And then we can go. Boom. Alright, we're good. The Earth Elemental Space! No! It must have hurt. It's also mysterious. Maybe it's winking at us. I do like the little cherry blossom thing. It's very cute. Obviously, strictly aesthetic, but still. Ah, so you have stolen the eye. I see what you're doing there, sonny boy. You're looking for a fight, eh? You're looking for some trouble, eh? Yeah. Why don't you put him up there? Yeah. Yeah. Shane. I feel like this should be like super obvious, but it's not. Okay, I got it. I'm trying to make it so that I'm not using the toads, so I can save some money, basically. But yeah, so incidentally, if anybody's curious, I can share my my little reef build thing that I made in the Discord. I'd be happy to share it because I'm excited about it. I really like it. And honestly, I have learned an awful lot over the years. But yeah, so earlier somebody asked what the fish was, the one that I really, really want. It is called a Mandarin goby. I think Mathewin mentioned it. It's an absolutely gorgeous fish. Like, truly, it is so freaking beautiful. And the problem with it, though, is that the ones that you can get in stores, for the most part, are very cheap. They're very inexpensive. But the reason that they're so inexpensive is because of the way that they're caught in the wild. And that's what I was talking about with what's it called? I can't hold any more items. That sucks. But yeah, the reason I want it so bad is just because it looks so gorgeous, but when they are quote-unquote farmed, it's done in an extremely irresponsible manner, typically. The fish are stunned, often with sodium cyanide, so that they can't move or breathe. And if they survive the sodium cyanide, then they're taken to basically a holding facility, at which point it's kind of like, you know, maybe they'll live, maybe they won't. Hopefully they will, according to the people who are trying to catch the fish. And if they do live, then they can hopefully they'll eat, because they are very picky and finicky eaters. And the problem is, if they don't eat, they're gonna die. But yeah, that's why the captive bred are so much better. But the thing is, they're very common in especially the Indian Ocean, and near what's it called? Like New Zealand, I think, is the other area where they're fairly common in. But yeah, it's just really aggravating. So, yeah. It's really sad. Petco even sells them? Oh god, like for me, I would never ever go to a Petco to get a Mandarin goby. Ever. Never. Like, I would barely be comfortable going to an LFS for it, a local fish store, because I much rather would get one that's captive bred, even though they cost literally almost 3 times as much. I would be so much happier getting a fish that I know was raised and bred sustainably and properly and all of that kind of thing. It's just, yeah. Incidentally, I've been waiting to eat this other donut. This is Rocky Road. So, chocolate on the outside, brioche bun, glazed peanuts, marshmallows, and then marshmallow fluff inside. Now, I'm guessing that I am very close to a boss fight right now. So, what I'm thinking is that the next save point that I get to, I'm just going to save there. Oh no! I gotta find a roll of scotch tape! Okay, so what have I fought so far? Oh my god, what was the first one? So I remember Shogun Studios was the rubber band man. The first one was the pencil case. It was the colored pencils. And then, so it was the colored pencils, the rubber band man, and then the most recent one was the hole puncher. And now I gotta fight a scotch tape dispenser. That is beautiful. I love it. That is amazing. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get to a save point because I gotta head out, unfortunately. I'm probably just gonna toad these guys so that I can get out of here quick. I'm not seeing anything blatantly obvious. Maybe something like this. Yeah, okay, there we go. I just prefer to do it like that because it allows me to get more funds. And after buying the accessories, I'm a little bit low. Essentially, my Mario character is like real life Danny. Very low on funds. Dang it, it wasn't enough. I was really hoping that it would be enough. So now I'm not going to be able to get the bonus money. And that's okay. At least 32 was enough. See, that's what I'm talking about. Make that scratch, yo. So my guess is that right now, I'm not really going to need my little membership card. So I'll use this. Now the problem is I really just need to find a save point. I saw a save point up there, but I don't see how I can get to it. Oh my god. I saw the one to the left. I didn't see how to get up to it, though. How do I go up there? I'm just gonna toad this one. That candied peanut's really good. Oh, I could just jump to it? Okay. I didn't realize that. Just to be safe, I'm going to equip a flashy hammer. I don't have very many, but I'm going to do it. Incidentally, I have a third donut here, but I'm not going to eat it. Honestly, I'm not feeling too well. I may not have done a full workout today, aside from like the 70 squats you guys made me do. But I did carry like 50-pound concrete blocks to the dumpster. So, it was not easy by any means. Oh, that's cool. That is so cool. That's the first time I've seen it used in battle. That's awesome. I love it. Very cool. Yeah, I don't have time to try and figure this out, so I'm not going to bother. Oh, you can just jump to this. Okay, cool. Alright, savesies. Okay. Alright, so that's going to be it for me, you guys. I got to get going. I gotta get ready for work and everything. It is that time. But you guys all take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Just to give you guys the overall plan for the next couple of weeks, this coming Monday, I'm planning on doing Ocarina of Time. I'm planning on finishing up the Spirit Temple. That is the plan. I finished up the child portion, so I need to go get the Mirror Shield and defeat, was it Twinrovia, or whatever their name is, the witches. And then the week after that, I'll do Animal Crossing for anybody who wants to see it. So it should be fun. But yeah, I'm also excited for this week. I've got a lot of irons in the fire waiting for things. Monday's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a late night for me. I'll have to make sure that I align everything correctly and all that. Oh, shoot. I have to record this weekend, too. I'm out of videos. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry. Now I lost my train of thought. But yeah, you guys all take care of yourselves. Have a good time. Be safe. Be well. I'll let you know how things are going with the my various tanks and everything as it comes up. But yeah, hope to see you all on Monday. Bye bye.